Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are required to make x the subject, okay? X will be the subject. So what does this mean? This means that later on x must be equals to something or the other terms with x in the other side of this particular formula. And therefore, I saw that the letter b, the variable b, don't have an x. And I'm going to minus b on both sides so that this will be the next line that you actually see. And then, what do you think I should do to 2m? Very good. I'm going to divide by 2m on both sides so that I'm only left with my x. But that's not done yet because for all subject of a formula, it must be at the left-hand side of the formula. So the final answer, please write it in this form. X equals to y minus b over 2m. And we are done for this question. Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are given this formula and we are actually required to make f the subject. And so I saw my f already. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I saw a denominator 9. So you will see that I'm going to multiply 9 on both sides such that 9 times c will be here. I still have my 5. I still have my f minus 32 here. And I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides so that I will have my 9c over 5. I'm only left with f minus 32 here. Last, you will see me adding 32 on both sides because then I will only have f on one side of the equation or formula. But that's not the final answer because for all subject, we do need to make sure that it is on the left-hand side of the equation. So when you present your answer, do present it in this form. F is equals to 9c over 5 plus 32. Alright, and we are done with this question. Hello everyone, welcome to this question where we are given that we need to make R the subject. Okay? And the very first thing that I see is there's a fraction. And Mr. Tan generally don't like a fraction. So I'm going to multiply by 1 minus r on both sides. So that I only have 1 minus r here. The n is here. Then, okay, I saw that there is the r down there. So I'm going to divide by s. So I'm only left with 1 minus r and going to be divided by s. Okay. But they want a. Do take note, this is positive, right? But my r here currently is negative. So this is what you are going to see Mr. Tan doing. I am going to plus r on both sides so that here we have a r. I am also going to this n over s don't have r, right? Yes, don't have. So I'm going to minus n over s on both sides, and this is how it looks like. And finally, because a subject must always be at the left hand side of the formula. Final answer. Do write your R at the left hand side. And this is equals to 1 minus n over s. And we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Let's move on to the next question. Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are required to make A the subject of this formula, okay? And I saw that y over b don't have the subject A. So you will see this, I'm going to minus y over b on both sides so that this one no more on the left hand side. Okay? And next you will see me combining into a single fraction for this. So this one will be rewritten as, to take note, 1 minus y over b. This is 1 over 1, so I'm going to multiply by b. So that this one will become b minus y whole thing over b. Okay? So that is something that you need to take note when I combine into a single fraction. And I'm going to multiply by a and b on both sides. So that you will see bx here. And my a will be multiplying by, this is here, this, b minus y. Okay? So there's no more denominator. Last, I'm getting close to a already, right? This is a times b minus y, right? So I'm going to divide by b minus y on both sides. So that I'm only left with a on one side, and that happens to be my subject. And the other side don't have any terms with the letter A. But because this is a changing of subject question, the final answer to this question, the A must be written on the left hand side of the equation. With that, we have come to the end of this question. Let's move on to the next question. Hello everyone, welcome to this part of the video where we are required to make W the subject of the equation. Okay, and I do see the W here. And I see fraction. So you will see that Mr. Tan, the very first thing, right, that Mr. Tan going to do is to multiply 3W on both sides. So that there will no longer be a W denominator. And I saw W already, right? So you will also see Mr. Tan writing this down. I am going to minus W on both sides. So that I'm only left with 2 on the other side. And because now I see the W, I can then factorize by taking out W as the common factor. I'm left with 3p minus, what number is this? This is 1W, right? So 3p minus 1 lor. Last but not least, I am going to still have my W here. I'm going to divide by 3p minus 1, the whole bracket. So that my W has now become the subject and it is at the left hand side. And we are done with this question. And let's move on to the next question. Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are required to make G the subject. So, I see that the square root L over G is the only term that has the G. So, you will see Mr. Tan doing this. This is multiply. I'm going to divide by 2 pi on both sides. So, I'm only left with L over G. And to make sure there's no more square root, I'm going to square both sides. So that I'm left with t squared over, do make sure that the square goes to all. 2 squared will be 4. Pi squared. I'm only left with L over G here. I am going to multiply by G on both sides. And I'm also going to multiply by 4 pi on both sides. 4 pi squared on both sides. And the last step, because I already have my G here, what do you think I should do to my t squared? Yep. I am going to divide by t squared on both sides so that I only left with G on the left-hand side of this equation, and we have just successfully made G the subject. Let's move on to the next question. Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are required to make U the subject of this formula, which is here. And I see a fraction. So, Mr. Tan, the very first thing is to multiply 2a on both sides, such that you will see this next line here. And I'm going to add u squared on one side. And I'm also going to minus 2as on both sides. So that only one side have the u. The other side, no more terms with u. Yeah? But I do see this though. This is a square. So how do I make sure that I'm only left with u? Yes. We have to square root the v squared minus 2as. And because we do not know what does u represent, then every time we square root, there's always a plus or a minus sign. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.